Welcome back, everyone. How y'all doing? Just trying to pull this up here. All right, guys. You know what it is, man. We got comic book community shout outs. We got a bunch of people in the house already. Just wanted to take a quick minute and say thank you everyone that stood to watch the show last night. Coast to Coast Comics. We had Perry Comics in the house, Jeffrey Comic Hand. We had Steve Whiting. We had special guests, Comics with Bueller. He was in the house for the second time. Yes. And not only that, we had Sam's Tangles Web. So if you missed the show, feel free, check out the replay. We had a great time, man. Actually, it was an amazing time. We went off the camera and we spoke for another 30 minutes or so. So let me jump in the chat. But before we go to that, I want to say thank you everyone for watching Comic Book Community Shout Out Show. This is where I go out there, look for people under 1,000 subscribers. All right, that needs a shout out because why? They put out great content. They need to be recognized for what they're doing. So that's why I'm here. I'm your boy Rod. Let's get to the chat. Then we get to the shout outs. We got a very special guest, guys. We got the Mighty Comics Guy. Can't forget the S. It's not comic, it's Comics Guy. The guy has amazing stuff. I want to tell you right now. He's going to come on the show in a few minutes. I just want to do a couple of shout outs before we get to we bring a special guest and then we move on forward. But man, thank you everyone for hanging out on this beautiful Sunday. My wife is home, I have to say, and I'm happy for that. And I want to take a quick second right now. You guys that know me know that I've been, or myself, my wife, and the whole family, we got some issues going on with my mother-in-law. I'm going to be making a separate video. Or should I say my wife, she made a GoFundMe page. All right. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to find a day in the week, maybe go live or make a video. But I just want to take a minute and just say that I'm going to make a video on the GoFundMe page for my mother-in-law that my wife did. So all right, got to push forward, but stay tuned for that. All right, because your support will go a long way. We know that with the community and all that stuff. But I gotta jump in the chat. We got shout outs, we got special guests coming on. All right, so in the chat right now, we got Sports Guys number 80 or 80. He said, hello, what's going on, man? Thank you for coming to the show. Ryan the Comic Kid, what is good? Comic collector in the house. What is going on? If I do it this way, what's going on? And we keep it moving forward here. We got Perry Comics, of course. Perry Comics always in the house. Yeah, man. he put some Z's. All right, brother. Whatever, bro. And let's see, Marc Spector Comics in the house too. Thank you, brother. Jim Boatwright and family, check him out. He puts out, actually, he makes some great art. So check out Jim Boatwright. Thank you for hanging out. The Comic Collector, what is going on? The Comic Collector, Chris Sharrock in the house. POCAN Joe, my homie, what is up, brother? Thank you for hanging out right now. And we keep it moving here. We got a bunch of people, man. I kind of dig it. Big Lion Cat, what's up? Victor Olan, what is going on? All right, guys. So let's get to the shout outs. And this is the comic book community shout outs, man. You already know the deal. 5 channels that need to be recognized for the hard work they put out there. And I came across one, and at number 1 is going to be Street Smart Joker. Yes, Street Smart Joker at 88 subscribers. All right, so we have a brother, and he's Indian. Yeah, he's Indian, man. We got people from across the pond, and we just take it up a notch now. I guess he's from India. So, yo, check his channel out. And he loves artwork. And not only that, he does amazing comic hauls, man. And the thing is, it's pretty neat to have someone from, from another country and all that stuff. I dig it, man. I really do. And I was like kind of happy to find someone from a different, neck of the woods, should I say. And he puts out a new video. He just put out a new video, how to remove a sticker from a comic. So if you need a tip on how to remove a sticker from a comic, check it out. Actually, I never come across that. Well, haven't, not yet, but I'm going to use this tip he shows on his video. So check out Street Smart Joker, 88 subscribers right now on YouTube. That's his channel, guys. So yeah, check him out. And don't forget, our special guest will be joining us soon. And just be ready for that. But yes, Street Smart Joker is he's a nice guy. He does how can I say this? He actually went to Australia. I mean, not forget that. He went to Australia and did a comic haul over there, picked up a bunch of books. He shows it on his channel. So take a minute and check him out, man. Hit that like button whenever you watch his stuff. I mean, you got folks from other countries doing stuff that we do, hauls and all that. So let's show him some love, should I say. And not only that, show some love to the chat, because we got more people in the chat. We got State Puff 1983 in the house. What's going on? Mr. Garrow, as always, is in the house supporting everyone. The Oblivion Bar in the house. What is up, my freaking family? They love to drink beer, talk comics, do great interviews. I gave them a shout out the other day. What is going on, man? Let me make sure I didn't miss anyone. I collect a lot in the house. How did I miss that? He's in the house. Ryan the Comic Kids. All right. So at number 2, let me just make sure I got everything on point here, because we got to invite our guests. We're going to have a great time with the guests, guys, because after I give the second shout out, the second guest is going to come on. He has the invite already. I will tell him to click it. He's going to jump on. But chat, people that are watching, if you know any channels right now that are under 1,000 subscribers, let me know. Leave me a comment below, please. Let me know, because I do a lot of homework for this. But if you know someone I need to shout out, let me know. I want to help the community. I want to spread their content out to everyone, because we all need to be discovered. I just heard the beast out there right now barking. Not my dog, but the beast. So I gotta deal with it, man. If you hear a dog barking, it's the beast. So at number 2, we got Antonimo Bay. He has 105 subscribers as of today, guys. All right. So what can I say about Antonimo Bay Comics? Well, it was Antonimo Bay Comics, but he took comics out. So we have another comic collector that he's been doing some great hauls. I love comic hauls. I do it. We all do it, man. When it comes to New Comic Book Day, we love to show our hauls away and all that good stuff. But he also likes to collect action figures, which I dig it. I got one actually right here. That's Omega Red. I got Spidey right there. I mean, who doesn't love action figures, right? So, we keep on moving, because he actually had an action figure. It was an Immortal Hulk. And if Jeffrey will watch this video, or if he jumps on watch it later on, whatever, he will love that Immortal Hulk action figure. And he's also a wrestling fan. I know we talk about wrestling all the time. We got a bunch of people doing on Tony Sanders, doing a whole wrestling stuff. I'm supposed to be on there. I'm just haven't found time to actually just talk to the community on that topic, but I will. But he's a fan of Bret the Hitman Hart. So check him out. Check his channel, Antonimo Bay, at 105 subscribers. And he likes to pretty much focus on obscure comics and overlooked action figures, is what he told me. So check him out, guys. Check him out. All right. So let me jump back in the chat. Let's see here. Steve Whiting in the house. Thank you, Steve Whiting. We had a great time last night, sir. I really do appreciate your time. And I'm trying to find somewhere to put my phone here. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on. I could fix this real quick. Just going to put it right in front of my face. And I hope I don't miss anyone. All right. We got Shelly Cakes in the house. What is going on, Shelly? How you been, dear? Thank you for hanging out on the show tonight or today. It's not night yet, but Perry Comics is putting a bunch of I have no idea. It's a bunch of emojis, which hey, it's all right. I dig it. So, um, are you guys are ready to see and introduce this special guest? We're gonna have a great time. My homie Lawrence at the Mighty Guy. I don't. I want to reverse this around. I can't do that. The Mighty Comics Guy Lawrence is in the house. Lawrence, if you hear me, feel free to click the invite button and we'll take it from there, sir. Man, my dad is calling me. I'll call my dad back later. Sorry, Dad. Mr. Comics 89, what is going on, man? All right.
Sorry, Dad. There you are.
There he is, man.
You guys hear me all right?
Can everyone hear my homie, the Mighty Comics Guy in the house, man? Lawrence, what is going on, brother?
Nothing, bud. Thanks for having me on the channel. This is the first time I've actually been on anyone else's channel before, so I'm super excited. Thank you.
No, thank you for accepting the invite. Actually, I really do appreciate it. We're gonna have a good time. We'll get to know you a little better. The community. If you have questions for my homie right now, well, we'll save the questions for later, but save them because you're gonna have some questions. This guy has got some amazing stuff. If you're not following him, he'll give you all the info later on. I have to jump at number 3. Excuse me, Lawrence. I gotta give out the shout outs, brother.
Go for it, brother. We love your show. And before you go, man, thank you because about a month and a half ago, you gave me my first shout out and it's helped me out with subscribers. So I really appreciate that. But go ahead.
All right, I really do appreciate that. Actually, I was supposed to do I'm trying to do a segment. Just it's called the comment of the week, and I saw a comment that someone left on the channel, and is what I like to read because if it's not for the comments, I like sometimes you make a video and like, damn it, was it good or was it bad? And I made a video and this comment stood out. So it said, it's from Recomics81. He put, "Hey brother, great show. Sorry I missed it. Sorry I missed it live, should I say? But I was out doing the Father's Day thing, which I respect." And he goes, "You and Gino did a great job. Really enjoyed it, and your dog is cute as hell." So, so that's the comment of the week from Recomics81. Check him out. I think he has a YouTube channel. That was just a screenshot. So there it is, guys. Pushing forward here. Man, we got about 25 people in the chat. I gotta jump back in the chat before I move forward here. We got Fatal J in the house. What's going on, Fatal J? All right. So at number 3, now these guys, let me tell you, these 3 gentlemen right now are pretty dope. I had to say they have a channel and it goes by Haven for Heroes. They have 129 subscribers, guys, on Instagram under the same name. Now, the channels 1 and 2, they don't have an Instagram, but Haven for Heroes, yo, you have to do yourself a favor because these guys, man, they own the shop. All right, they go by the names of Doug, Emmett, and Josh. Great guys, and Doug is probably he's funny as heck. I have to tell you right now because he did a video and he was talking about Rob Liefeld, and let me tell you, it got on Twitter, and Rob Liefeld didn't like it. It went to a different level, and he screenshot a picture of Doug from his Facebook, put it on Twitter. It was just funny. Go check out Haven for Heroes at 129 subscribers, guys. Not only that, man, their shop is based in New York City or upstate New York, and they love comics, of course. They love to have a lot of fun talking about pop culture, comics, toys, anything else. So if you're not watching their channel, check them out right now, and always support the channels. So let's take a minute and talk to Lawrence. What's going on, brother?
Not much, Rod. How you doing?
Oh man, I'm talking too much.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yo, so how you been, man? How's everything going over there in your neck of the woods?
Pretty good. For anybody who doesn't know, I live in North Jersey, right on the outskirts of New York. So you were just talking about I forgot the name, but Haven's Comic Book Shop or something like that.
Yep,
My
Haven
mom,
for Heroes.
yeah, Haven's for Heroes. My mom lives up in that area, so I'm a little familiar. I've never been to that shop, but now I want to check it out. So that's good to hear.
Yeah, he said it's a small city in upstate New York, is what he told me. So and then this the shop is called Haven for Heroes, and when you go to their channel, they have a nice like intro video. It is neat. It just talks about these three guys that came together, and I dig it right away. And I was like, whoa, these guys,
To
you
live in the
know,
right, man. That's I'm sure everyone would love to do that. All of us would love to have their own shop and sell and talk comics all day long. So good for them.
yeah, man, for sure. Let me see here. Let me show that. Just looking at the chat here, man. It's kind of hard, man, when you trying to do a show and you got so much stuff going on. But that's the fun thing about it because yo, it's just awesome, man.
Absolutely. I can't see the chat. I do have my phone on the side to try to see some of the stuff, but it's a little hard. You let
All
me know
right,
the question.
all right, for sure. If anyone has a question for the Mighty Comments guys, let me know. He cannot see it, but let me know, please. We have 90 MF Comics in the house. Check out Chad's channel as well. Moving forward to the next shout out at number 4, Marc Spector Comics at 67 subscribers. You can find him on Instagram under the same name. He goes by Dave. Now, Dave, he's been started to collect comics within the last few years. Have you heard of that channel?
Yeah,
Lauren? All right, so he at least someone's following him. That's a good thing, you know. But he enjoys everything comic related, and that's it doesn't matter if it's Marvel, DC, indie, it doesn't matter. He likes it, and if they have a good story and good art, you call his attention, you call his eye. So I'm pretty much the same way. I mean,
I agree. I mean, I'm all about the art. I do read some of the books, but I'm more about the cover art. I want to see, that draws me inside. All right, maybe the outside is going to bring me to the inside. So
yep, for sure. And then he may drop a video unboxing some new Combo Day pickups and maybe a spec here and there. I mean, everyone talks about spec. How can you not? So and maybe a tip or two. So check his channel out, guys. And he also said, P.S. If you're ever in New England, hit him up maybe for coffee and talk some comics. So that is my brother right now. Marc Spector Comics, 67 subscribers on YouTube. Check his channel out and follow him on Instagram. So, Lawrence, what you picked up this week? Have you been reading any books besides buying very expensive books?
I
Usually,
actually did a whole video yesterday, and for anybody who doesn't follow my channel, I do about a weekly comic haul where I hit up a shop and go through some books, or I'll get some books off of eBay. Every once in a while, you find like a really big book that I'll pick up. At the end of the show, I'll take my iPad and I'll go around if anybody wants to see what I have. I'm sure you can see the nice wall that I got behind me. I installed this thing right when me and my wife moved into our new home. So, and I've been adding around the room ever since. So, like at the end, I'll show you guys. But if you want, I just picking. I've been, if you check out the video, I've been picking up like a lot of the Strange Tales early books, like anything from like 100 to like 140. I find that those older books, the Kirby covers, stuff like that, I love. So that's my passion right now is getting that run. But I absolutely want to upgrade my. I have a Hulk one. It's probably my favorite book, but it is the most low grade book you're ever going to see. This thing is almost destroyed. So at some point I want to upgrade that, but it's my favorite.
but man, no grade is better. I mean, how do you say low grade is better than no grade, right?
That's why I bought it because that's a pricey book. So just to have it in my collection, I was totally happy, man.
So when you upgrade it, I'll buy the old one and you take the new
You
one.
let me know if you want to. I will hold it for you if I can find one. Actually, anybody in the Jersey, Connecticut, New York area, this Saturday and Sunday is the Garden State Comic Fest. I'll be there. My two kids will be there. So if you see me, say hello. I know a bunch of people go. It's a pretty big deal. We went last year. So yeah, if you want, Rod, you let me know, bro.
You got it, man. Let's jump at number 5 right now. Well, actually, let me run down number 1 before we get to number 5. All right. So at number 1, we have Street Smart Joker at 88 subscribers. A homie from, I believe, India. He's an Indian guy. Man, he loves art. He does great comic hauls. I just happy to find someone that's from somewhere different. And I was like, holy crap. I left him a message on his YouTube on one of his videos. I said, hey, buddy, I'm giving you the shout out because, I find the channel and I let them know that you're on my list for a shout out. And it's just a lot, man. I have a lot. And I'm just like, sometimes I forget, like, I got to go back. Like you, Lawrence, I forgot you. And I was like, wait a minute. I can't forget the Mighty Comic Guy. I gotta get him on the show. I gotta get him a shout out and all that stuff. But Street Smart Jokers at 88 subscribers. Please check out his channel.
Great name, Smart Joker. I love that.
Yeah, for sure, man. And number 2, Antonimo Bay. He has 105 subscribers, man. He guy collects a little bit of everything. Loves some wrestling. I love wrestling too. And he just likes to focus on obscure comics and overlooked action figures, what he told me. So I had to plug that in there. At number 3, we have Haven for Heroes. I love that name of the shop. 129 subscribers, guys. Same name on Instagram. And 3 guys, Doug, Emmett, Josh. They own a shop in New York, a small city, upstate New York, should I say. And please check out their channel, man. If you're around the neighborhood, go to the shop, man. Support the LCS, man. These guys talk about comics, pop culture, toys, Comic Cons, and all that good stuff. I mean, you're in New York, I'm pretty sure there's some great cons. So please check them out. And you gotta watch the video on Rob Liefeld. I'm telling you, you're gonna laugh. I had to show my wife, and she was laughing. But at number 4, Marc Spector Comics, 67 subscribers. Guys, great homie here, man. Just go check him out, man. Started collecting a few years ago. Does some unboxing, new Comic Day pickups. And he said, if you're ever in New England, hit him up for some coffee and take a walk, talk about some books and all that good stuff. And last but not least, Lawrence, be patient with me, sir. We got POCAN Joe. POCAN Joe is a great homie. 151 subscribers, guys. He's got the same name on Instagram. Yo, check him out. He is a great homie to the community. He actually put a video up. He said he was hungover, but he made a video. And that's what counts. You go out there, you make video for the community, man. So he's been to a con. So if you never been to a con before, actually what you want to do is check his video out. And he gives you a tour of the whole Comic-Con he went to. So that's pretty neat. And I'm pretty sure you've been to many cons, right, Lawrence?
I don't go to too many, but I did actually do the last con I went to. I did a video and I posted it. So if anybody's check that out. Let me know what you think. Because when I go Saturday, I'm going to do the same thing. So I don't know if I did a good job. I just did my best to try to show what was there. So, but yeah, I've been to a few. I don't like the giant ones like New York Comic Con. It's just too much going on with the whole ticket mess of having to register your tickets. So I go to like smaller ones. I feel like they're more intimate. There's more, there's still cool people dressing up, and I feel like some of the books are better. You can get better deals too.
Yeah, for sure. The last con, well, actually, let me finish Joe here, because Joe is doing something great. He actually has a show coming on tonight. It's called Blast It or Stash It, 10 p.m. Eastern. And not only that, he's got an auction going on Tuesday, and I was kind of like lost of words on how to pronounce this, but it says pay the price you want, $3 or less. So for all the details, check out POCAN Joe channel and on Instagram under the same name, 151 subscribers. He's a cool homie, man. And he just send him a message. If you want more details on what he's doing, he'll reply back to you the same way my homie Lawrence does. Get back to you real quick. That one's a flop. That sounds better. But yeah. So right now we're just gonna turn the show over to the man of the hour because we have the Mighty Comics guy, and before we get to you, sir, I gotta jump in the chat one more time.
Take your time. I do see a few questions, so you just fire them away.
You got it. We got Comic Altruism. Another this homie here does a great stuff, man. Check out his channel, and he's just supporting charities and stuff like that, which is pretty dope. I give him a shout out. And Steve Whiting in the house. And let me make sure. Big Lion. What Big Lion already mentioned you, I believe. And making sure I'm not missing anyone. And thank you everyone for watching Comic Book Community. Shout out the channel that goes out and find anyone out there under 1,000 subs for their hard work. The man of the hour is my homie Lawrence, the mighty comics guy. The floor is yours, sir. Take it away.
All right, thank you, Rod. I appreciate it again for having me on. And let me just say, like, I'm always looking to like watch new stuff. I'm always scrolling through my subs, and then even like on the stuff that YouTube recommends for the people I don't follow. I try to sub everyone I can that I see on these videos. So the more I go through them, the more you see your name, the more I'm gonna sub, so I can watch more cool stuff. A couple of questions I saw was, how many books do I have, and how many slabs? Slab, geez, probably I'm gonna say about 50 something. Not too many, but regular books, raw books, geez, I have like 6 short boxes. So nothing too crazy, but nothing too big, nothing too small either. So I mean, a lot of the stuff are minor keys. I have a whole ASM run from when I was a kid. Nothing crazy in there, like the McFarlane run. Anybody who watches my stuff knows I'm a huge McFarlane fan. In my order, it's Ditko, McFarlane, Ramita, and I'll throw Kirby in there because he did a few covers, stuff like that. So another question I did see was, what Grail am I currently chasing? And as I said before, I'm trying to upgrade my Hulk 1. When I do my tour, I'll show you that book. It's like really, really beat up. And it's probably the most beat up book I've ever seen. It's like black stuff on the back, like totally whatever. But you know what? It's a Hulk 1. What do I care, right?
For sure. Actually, I'm glad that you saw the questions because I was reading notes and and that helps a lot. You
It's
saw the
tough.
questions, so thank you for keeping an eye on the chat. That really does help me. So thank you.
A lot of like I get a lot of questions, and I want to know from other people, like, how did you start collecting, right? So let me ask you, Rod. I don't know if I've ever heard from you. How did you start collecting? Is it something recent or from something back in the day?
Well, I used to collect back in the day. I mean, I'm 42 now. I collect when I was younger, but I stopped collecting, and then I gave my collection away to a buddy of mine when I moved to Florida. And then about 3 years ago, our house got broken into and took a lot of stuff, which kind of pissed me off. And then I told my friend, I said, I need to clear my mind. I want to get back into comics. And I got back into comics and like hardcore. And now I'm like my baseball room. We could tell I'm a Phillies fan. Obviously, this was all Phillies. That
I,
was like converted into like comics.
that's cool though, because I went to school in Philly, so I know the area. So there we go.
There we go, man. You ever been to Fat Jack Comics down on Fifth Street?
That
Long.
that like me, like I went to college there, so like I took a break like you. I almost have the same situation. Like I'm 41. I collected when I was a kid, and then I stopped for such a long time, like during the 90s when all that crash happened. And then I got back into it like in the 2000s, and I had a ton of amazing books. And I sold them all like after like those original Spider-Man movies, and it was the worst thing I ever did. So like you, I got back into it a couple years ago, started picking up books here and there. So similar. I think a lot of people have that same story where they do it as a kid, they take a break, and then they come back. Because like you, it's an out into everyday life. It just gives them joy. At least gives me joy. I love like these are our favorite heroes, right? That's what we want to see. So that's why we do it.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like it's the feeling to go to a shop and I don't know, go through the books and just try to find a key issue or something that you're missing. Like I collect Marvel Team Up Spider Man. Like, damn it, found it. I don't now I have it.
Yeah,
It's like the owner you walk in, the owner goes, "Hey Rod, how you doing?" I'm like, "Yo, that's pretty neat, man." So it's a family, and like we're all family right now, and everyone's in the chat just having a good time talking, just subbing each other, and that's what it's all about. Support the channels, support the community for what we do, man.
absolutely.
So
I actually yesterday, like my wife and kids had gone somewhere. I went to my LCS. I was there for a half hour I didn't do anything. We were just talking comics the whole time. So I was like, you know, what's better than that, right?
Yeah, for sure, man.
I do see that you have a Spider-Man action figure in the background, which is awesome.
Yeah, that was actually brought to the house. My friend, my one of my close friends, his son brought it here and left it here, and I was part of the family. He comes to the house and hangs out, but he doesn't take it home. I'm like, well, it's mine now. So
Yeah, there you go. I brought it up because I have an interesting story. So when I was younger, I went to my first LCS with my dad, and it was shop's no longer there. But I was looking around, and I was like in awe of all the stuff. I had to have been like around 8 years old. So I remember walking into that shop and seeing this action figure. I don't even know if you consider an action figure. It's like a statue, and I still have it to this day, and it's part of my whole room now. But I wanted to show it to you guys because I see you have an action figure in the back. So
wow, that is dope.
pretty cool for something that 30 plus years I still have this thing. So they had a Hulk one, and I've been trying like crazy to find it on eBay, and I don't even know what to search by. So if anybody knows who made these or something like that, comes with like a little white like metal stand. So pretty cool. But if anybody knows who made these things, let me know.
Well, you mentioned Hulk, so anything that has to do with Hulk, you gotta go to Jeffrey Comic Henson's channel. The guy he is the Hulk. How should I say? Dictionary, Bible, whatever. He knows everything about the Hulk, and I'm pretty sure if he sees it, he was like, "Oh, what can we do? I want that."
Yeah.
Work out something.
Well, I showed on. I actually just picked up. I haven't showed it yet. It's actually in the cabinet. When I show my the rest of my books, I'll show you what I just picked up. Anybody see those like sideshow statues? They're like the giant ones that are like the Hulk Wolverine one. That's like $700, which I think is crazy, but it's like a giant one like this. I actually got like a mini one for cheap, which is really cool. So I want to show you guys that later.
Yeah, for sure. Um, any questions for my homie right now? If you have a question about his books in his background, his slabs, that slab collection, that was what when I ran it into his channel, I was like, holy crap, this guy's got slabs. I don't have too many. I just have probably 4 or 5, and you can see them right behind. I don't have too many. I love them. I just don't have the room for it. My wife, she took the guest room and she took over the guest room. And she
Dude, you got plenty there, man. Trust me. I prefer Robux, and I have a lot of slabs, but only because of because of the type of books they are. I just want to protect them. But when I show you this stuff, like I prefer Robux. I like looking at them. I like feeling them in my hand. There's just nothing better than that.
yeah, for definite, for sure. So show us what you got, man. You want to give us a tour of your room or something?
I'm gonna take the iPad up and I'm gonna flip it around. But there's a question that says how far do I live from Zap Comics in New Jersey? I'm about a half hour away. I was actually there Friday, so just so you guys know, I'm there probably once a month at least.
So there it is. Check him out. Hit him up. The Mighty Comics guy, man. Go out there and hang out and just grab some books, talk comics with my brother here, man.
Let me back up here. This is the first thing I did when I moved in. I saw somebody else's video on how to do this, and I just basically saved it and did it myself. And I've gotten a number of people asking me, "How did you do that?" So I sent them the original video that I saw. So I just thought it was a cool thing to have like a nice, almost solid wall full of comics. So scroll around into some other books that I have, some books that I like that are my Raw collection. The Tumor
Hey, as
Terror.
you giving us a tour, they have a question for you from
Yeah.
POCAN Joe. He's asking, what makes a book slab worthy? Walk us through that thought
Well,
process.
I got to be honest with you. That's really, your own personal preference. To me, I like slabbing books that are a lot of money, just for the fact that I want them protected. But you could slab anything you want. If you have a favorite book, there's nothing wrong with slabbing it. If you prefer to have something slabbed for display or for whatever, go for it. Like there's no rule. So guys, here you go. If you haven't checked this out, sorry, there's my dog. I have a cool Captain America rug. But I actually put this up yesterday for all my Raw books, and it works pretty well. I'm gonna shout out Silver Age Dave because he's the one who put out a video and showed me how to do this. So pretty cool. Went to Home Depot. This cost like total of $30 just to set this up. So, and then I'll get into some of my monster books. And Reggie also, I got this print from Reggie Collects.
Oh
Very, very
wow,
cool.
that's pretty dope.
Yeah, I gotta hang it. Still haven't done it, but
What are you doing? You gotta hang it, man. What are you watching this video?
dude, I've been busy.
He's gonna be like, man, look at that slab. Well, not the slab, but that original art, a nice piece of art is just laying there.
So, like I said, I definitely have some pretty big books that I surround myself with. So I've been lucky to get some good deals and stuff. I'm gonna whip out that Hulk in a second to show you guys how bad it is. But these, of course, are my two favorites right there. Anyone who's an Amazing Spider-Man fan.
Wow, man.
Yeah. So now I'll continue. This is the last part of it, but these are all like my bigger first appearances. That actually, anyone saw a video I did, that 7.5 Hulk is not mine. That's my dad's. So he picked that up for himself as like a spec. And I think I got one more row. And there it is. That's the collection. I'm going to flip out and just take this out. You see, that's that statue I was telling you about. Cheap version of that. Anybody who's interested, I got the thing off of eBay. So anybody who likes statues, I thought that was pretty cool for the price.
Man, I love it. I really do dig it.
All right, so here you go. I mean, the glare is tough, but this thing is like beat to daylights. It is, all there. The cover's detached, but other than that, I mean, it's just beat to hell, and the back is like worse. But you know what? It's a Hulk one. It's complete, and I got a decent deal on it. Definitely worth more than what I paid for it. So,
man, that's like that is a freaking beautiful. That's a grill. Jeez, man, that's pretty neat. So, jeez, I'm just looking at that. I'm still thinking about it. I'm like, holy crap, man, that's amazing. So, why is it like all these old books? What is it about it that you love so much?
that's
Like,
a good question. And I find I get that asked a lot by the guy in my LCS, other things. Like, I don't do much of the new stuff. Like, every once in a while, I'll pick up a new book. Like, I picked up that what is it called, with the new Spider-Man, where it goes through like the 80s, 90s, 60s, and 70s.
oh, the life story of Spider-Man.
Yes, I picked that up because I wanted to read it, but I don't do too much of the new stuff. Every once in a while, I'll pick something, but to me, the art is not better back in the day, because obviously the art now is insane. Some of the stuff you're seeing is absolutely beautiful, but I can't give you an exact explanation of what about these old books that there was magic there that there's not. You don't see the magic on the newer books as you do on the old ones, in my opinion. Like, I love, maybe it's just because like they're the characters I love. I can't explain it, but something about the old books draws me to them. The Silver Age stuff is absolutely my favorite. Every major character that they've done is basically from the Silver Age. I do love Bronze Age as well. Anyone who watches my channel, like the yellow books, the orange covers of the Bronze Age are some of my favorite. But yeah, I'm a Silver Age guy. I can't say that I spend a lot on the newer stuff. Silver Age and Bronze Age are probably my two best. I don't have any Golden Age stuff.
But when I see your videos, I'm like, Jesus, this guy has freaking books, man. I'm just like, I'm watching it. I was like, I just start shaking my head, man. I'll be at work sometime like, what the heck, man? I'm like, this dude bring fire, man.
I've been fortunate. I will say that. Like, you got to see some of the stuff I used to have back in the day that I sold like a moron. Oh, it was like better copies of some of the stuff that I have now, and it's like before the whole industry blew up. So, but what can you do? You just do what you can.
Yeah, man. It's all within your budget too, because it's like, I buy new stuff, I buy old stuff, and I buy a slab if I can find one for a good price. But you have to know how to, like, you got to stay in your lane. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Don't break your pockets, don't hit your savings. You just gotta know where to draw a line. Be like, all right, that's it. I can't spend no more. My wife tells me all the time, when you're gonna pre-order, don't buy too many books. It's Wednesday. She already know Wednesday is due comic book day. So you just gotta know how to stay in that financial lane and just control yourself at times. It could get out of hand.
Oh, absolutely. And now, and I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the times now, I'll sell off a book if I'm gonna buy another big book. Like I won't, take out of my pocket to do it. So that's why when I upgrade the Hulk, I'll sell that and then go to the next one.
All right, so I want to jump in the chat real quick and say hi. There's a few other people that jump on. Biggie Shack in the house. What is going on, Biggie Shack? James P. Tomlinson is in the house. What is going on? I already mentioned Chad, 90MF Comics. What is up? Let me see. I think that Comic Fold 2814. This guy right here is an awesome member of the community. He actually sent me, I don't have it here, but it was my first appearance of White Tiger in the Deadly Hands of Kung Fu magazine. I posted it, and next thing you know, he just sends me a message on Instagram. He just says, I need your address. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, dude, you got the damn book for me. I'm just like, what? And I actually read it. I read it the other day, and I have to say that artwork in those magazines are just amazing. I don't know if you ever read it. Well, I'm pretty sure you probably read one or two in your.
I have a few.
You haven't.
Yeah.
Yo, if you get a chance, I have one here. Um, the art is crazy. Chris Claremont is with this some of them.
I have a couple of. I don't have the kung fu ones. I have like I forget what it's called. It's a horror one, but it's almost like very similar. So I like the horror one versions of those. They're good.
Yeah, and it was like, there's no coloring. It's just all black and white, like a newspaper. And I'm like, yo, I love it. I just dig this magazine. I mean, the way it is, it doesn't need color.
I
You
agree
know,
with it. And
and
that's part of the simpleness about that time, right? Like what year? You remember what year they came out?
I believe it was I want to say 76 or 78.
And again, it's right in the Bronze Age. I like that era of books, like especially the magazines too. Like they're unbelievable. Like the Silver Age and the Bronze Age to me are by far the best.
Yeah. I mean, everyone has their opinion. You
Yeah,
got people that just want golden age, and I love golden age. I mean, I don't have it. I love the covers and books that I see, but I don't know. Would I ever have one? Who knows? One day. I don't know. But hey, bronze, silver, that's my lane. That's my lane. That's where I stay at.
I saw a question that said, "What do you do when you have all the Grails?" You know what? That's kind of a question like I'm asking myself now. What do I want to collect that I have like a lot of big stuff? There's always stuff out there that you like that you see. So you just keep going. Like I said, I went from like the bigger book to like collecting the strange tales because I like the covers. I think they're beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, then there's nothing better about one of these older books. Like I was watching one time Comic Book Man. I'm sure you've seen the show
Yeah,
before. And my wife one time she saw me open up a magazine. It was either Bronze Age, Silver Age, and I smelled it because as soon as I opened it and I rebagged and poured it, I just smelled it, and I was like, I thought about Walt Flanagan, and she was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "You know the show?" And she goes, "Bring it here, let me smell." And she opens it and she's smelling it. She goes, "It does smell good."
that's why I like raw books because you can go in and you can do that anytime you want.
Yeah. But it's funny. Like I see my wife doing it. I was like, yeah, she's cool. She's all right.
That's when you knew you got a good one right there.
Yeah. Let me see. Chad 90MF comment said, "Do you read any of the books you buy?"
Yes. Like the Strange Tales, I've been reading a couple of those recently. Obviously the Grails and stuff like that, I'm not gonna read like them. I'll get like a reprint and read them, obviously, if I want to read them. But the newer stuff that I pick up, absolutely, all the time. Any new book I pick up, I read. As far as like the Silver Age and like stuff like that, I will read a few.
Yeah, I have to read my books because if you're gonna make a video, you gotta know what you're reading
Yeah.
and putting stuff out there. Let me see. Biggie Shack said, "Rican loves smelling books." Uh, I love smelling books. What can I say? Jersey collectors, James P. Tomlinson. Do you know any Jersey collectors?
For anybody who's watching my channel, I've mentioned there's a show that runs monthly. They're called the Clifton Comic Expo, and they have it at Clifton, New Jersey. They have it in they had one in Wayne today, which I couldn't make. They have it in Hasbrook Heights. It's once a month. If you check it out online, they'll tell you when it is. They're pretty cool. That's to have like a nice small show to go to once a month. I mean, I can't beat it. So I'm lucky in that aspect. So yeah, if you're in Jersey or New York, I know a bunch of guys who come from New York to go to too. Check them out. There's a bunch of stuff. They have something for everybody. Yes, Bergen County, Perry.
Yeah, they 90 MF Comics said, can we get you to read Immortal Hulk? Hey, it's not only him, man. Perry Comics don't read it. I think he's starting to get into it. So
Everybody tells me it's phenomenal. So I will say that everybody says it's the best book out there right now. And Hulk is one of my favorites. The Spider-Man and the Hulk are my top two. So I definitely will get around. The problem is getting my hands on like to start the number one without actually paying a ton of money for it now.
yeah. Will you buy a first, second, third print, or you want the first print?
I would read just to read it. Absolutely. Yeah. Like I said, the new books that I collect, I'm not collecting them to, save forever. It's to read them. So I would do it.
All right, so let me check with my LCS because I know he buys like a lot of second, third prints and stuff like that. And if I could find a run for you, I'll scoop them up. I'll
And,
scoop them up for you, and that's not an issue, man.
I,
I know he'll give me a discount or something.
I have to send you something in return, then something good. Maybe that Hulk one.
I got to shout out my LCS Main Street Comics, Bartow, Florida. If you're ever around, check out the shop, man. John is the owner, great guy. He gives me stuff to use for giveaways, and he gave me a bunch of stuff.
That's awesome that he does it. That's amazing. If you don't mind, can I give my LCS a shout out?
For sure. This is your show right now. It's all yours, man. Plug it away.
Gotham Underground in northern New Jersey. Owner's name is Matt. Always hooks me up with good stuff. It's a small shop. You're not crazy, back issue stuff, but they have a lot of new books and some back issues. So check them out if you're ever in the area.
There it is. So do you have any upcoming projects or anything going on?
You know what? I'm trying to think of like more videos I could do that's just not haul stuff, because I feel like that's all I do. I do a weekly haul. Sometimes I'll go to a show and do a video of the show. But if there's anything out there you guys are like looking for me to do, whether it's go over like grading stuff, I've done a few videos on that, or just anything you guys can think of, send me a message. Just mention it in one of my videos or say it here. I'll read through the chat and just start putting out more stuff. I'm looking to put out more stuff. I just don't know what else to do.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Sometimes I run out of ideas, and then I came up with the Rican scale, where I just want to rank books on my scale. I call it the Rican scale from a 1 to a 5. Actually, I just made a video. I got to edit, and it's just a pain in the butt.
That's the next thing. It's a lot of work too. So
yeah, and there's a question actually for me. I collect a lot. It says, Rod, how many books you got left to complete your Marvel team ups? The whole run of Marvel Team Up Spider-Man's is 150. I would say I'm about 80% done. And I'm almost there. I was talking to the LCS owner, and I said, do you have any books? He goes, you clean me out. And I was like, well, I got to go to the next shop. So
send me the list. I know you have my email. Send me the list of the numbers you need, because like I said, I got 2 or 3 shops by me. If I see anything, I'll grab them.
All right, appreciate that. Let me see here. All right, just making sure the chat here. Hialeah Comics, what is going on, Hialeah? Thank you for hanging out with us today. All right, and don't forget, guys, make sure you check out everyone's channel in the chat, because they all put out great work, great content, a lot of work going to what they do. I know Perry Comics, his editing. This guy, I don't know how he does his videos, but anyway, check out their channels, man. We're just all great people right now. Oh man, geez, I just got so much I want to say, but I can't, because right now this show is Mighty Comics Show.
Dude, you have something, go run with it. I wanted to ask you, because I don't know, who's your favorite character? Like, I know mine is Spider-Man and the Hulk are like in a tie for the first, but how about you?
I'm a big Flash fan. I mean, I love DC. I love Marvel. I love DC, but Flash. When I got back into comics, Flash was the first thing I went to, and I love it right now. And if anyone that wants to get into Flash right now is a good starting point with the whole Barry Allen origin story with the year 1. So check it out, man. Barry Allen, I just dig it, man. You could go back and fix time, but what are the consequences? That's the thing. That's why that's something that always stays in my head. If I was Flash, what would I do? But then what will be the outcome? So I just dig it. I love Flash, man.
That's awesome, brother. Cool story. When I was a kid, I was staying at my cousin's house on Long Island, and we went to a comic shop where the 1989 Batman with Michael Keaton, they had the grapple gun there, the one from the movie, and I thought it was like the coolest thing ever when that movie came out. I was like, wow.
Yeah. There's certain people in the chat probably that probably Perry Comics. You're a little too young to remember the first Batman movie. But anyway, I remember watching it in the theaters. So that was pretty dope, man. It says here, Comic 42814. How far back have you gone in your Flash run? Oh, man. My wife been picking up some Silver Age stuff for me. So I would like to get all that run back in the day.
That's run.
But yeah, it's hard, man. I had a whole bunch of books here that she bought me, and I just put everything away. It was just getting too clustered in here. But it's just there's a lot of runs, a lot of series. But man, if I could just stick to that original run, that's where my heart is at. I mean, I'll buy the new run now because I dig it. But man, that first series, I could get all that Flash stuff, man. I'll be like the happiest man.
If I see anything, I'll pick them up. At my LCS, they usually have some Silver Age Flash for cheap. So if I see anything, I'll snag it.
Yeah, she went to a shop in Tampa, um, and she calls me. She goes, "I'm here. What do you want me to ask him?" I was like, "Silver Age Flash. What does he got?" And she's asking the owner this question. He's like, "Come to the back," and she's like, "I'm going back here." So she hangs up the phone. She comes home. And she brings me like 5 books, and I'm like, "I don't have none of them." I was like, "You did a great job, babe."
That's awesome. I wish my wife would go, and she'll get me like a gift card, but she won't go and dig through books. So that's fantastic.
Not my wife. She'll walk in there. She just want to start having conversations with the owner. I'm like, relax. You're not that social with people when you go to Walmart. You want to walk to the LCS and start having conversations. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, chill down. But hey, go for it. I don't care.
Hell yeah, man, that's awesome.
Yep.
I'll take that.
But let me jump back into the reviews before we end the show. We're almost at that 1 hour mark. At number one, we have Street Smart Joker at 88 subscribers. My homie from, I believe he's from India. Check out his channel, please. And Tanamo Bay, 105 subscribers on YouTube. Check him out. Great stuff he's putting out there. He's a big wrestling fan. He loves Bret the Hitman Hart. I'll tell you that for sure. And at number three, we have Haven for Heroes shop in New York City, upstate New York. So check them out right now on Instagram under the same name, Haven for Heroes, 129 subscribers. At number four, Marc Spector Comics, 67 subscribers. Instagram under the same name. The guy loves Marvel, DC, indie books, anything out there, man. He's going to put up new comic book day pickups, spec video. Who knows? Check him out. That's the only way you're going to find out. And at number five, POCAN Joe, 151 subscribers. Instagram under the same name. Man, stay tuned. 10 o'clock Eastern time. He's going to put a video out. I think he's going live. So you might want to check that out. And not only that, you got to hit the notification bell for all their channels. My channel for the Mighty Comic Guys channel. That way, when our video drops, you see it on your mobile devices or whatever it is you use. And that way, you're notified, man. We got new content out there.
Thanks, Rod. I want to say thank you again for having me on. I really appreciate it. I had a blast.
Yo, we'll do it again. And I think we got our comic Smurf in the house. What is going on? Daniel Arzola, my other brother, what's going on? Thank you for jumping on the show. Right now, before we leave, the Mighty Comic Guy, he is the special guest. Make sure you check his channel out. He's got a bunch of great books behind his back. Slabs Out of the World. I don't even know where to start when it comes about slabs because this guy is just dope. With that being said, I'm Rod the Rican. This is Comic Book Community Shoutouts, and we have the special guest,
Mighty Comics Guy, guys. Check out my channel. I want to be subbing everyone who's in this chat. So thank you, and thank you, Rod. I appreciate it.
All right, we are out. See you next week, or actually Tuesday. Buy or pass on New Comic Book Day. We'll have myself, Perry Comics, in the house. I believe Edwin D. Comic Jabroni will be in the house. Hey, we know a thing or two because we read a thing or two. All right. I'm out. Stay on the line, brother.